to the part 2, and I'm sorry to say, nothing really interesting's happened. So this is gonna slowly start stockpiling. Emphasis on the slow parts. See, here's the problem. This is certainly winnable. But I would genuinely say there's a pretty good distinction between winnable and enjoyable. My friend, this is winnable. This does not look good. We're out of graphite. Can you pretend like you aren't out of graphite? Thanks. That's not a good sign. We do not have the resources to knock that thing down. We're actually not really even close to being able to. Keep in mind, we're not at max build speed. Oh, no, we're out of surge. It's still taking like 3 minutes. Nice. Well, I guess we're making more cryo, bro. I love this schematic so much, man. It is truly one of the finer schematics I've produced. And I've produced many good ones. I need like 10 of these, minimum. They're narrow. Not that narrow, but they are pretty damn narrow. This is kind of the best I can do in terms of length. I hope that's gonna be enough. As they say, in time like the future. Yes. Near limitless titanium acquired. And we're out. Okay, we're gonna need like, what, 10 more? That's 2. Probably wondering about that incline. Not a clue. That's 4. This will be 8. Just like barely enough. I'm not sure if I should be impressed or if I should be angry. Why not both, I suppose? That is damn impressive. You're probably wondering why I left that space there all this time ago. That's why. Perfect size for a power pool. I kid you not, that was actually a part of the design this entire time. Yeah. Like I've said, this was a very well thought out design. It should now have power. Time to get some water. And I do mean quite a bit. Preferably where it won't cross feed, and possibly from the exact same node. Yes. Also preferably not cross-contaminating with the next one I build. Could I join these up and make them more efficient? Care? Yep. That's half of it online. That's number 2. Topics will be here in 23 seconds. The rumor has it they're not friendly. Like, at all. Fortunately, this design is somewhat flexible somehow. And I can just hit it with this. That is really bad. I'm gonna need to arm up very few units and look on the map for top picks of walking his way over. There it is. We go down the same tunnel. Many of you would say that's not good, and I would agree. This is very not a good situation to be in. They have a tier 5, I've not even gone close to a tier 5. In fact, some might even go as far to say I'm kind of actually completely screwed here, and you know what? I have a hard time disagreeing with you. Hopefully pipes have more throughput than I expect. Probably not. Hello? Bill? Will that be radiant? No. Topics is already like halfway here, isn't it? Well, so much for me saying they're gonna have a prosperous life. They're completely screwed. You're probably wondering how I plan to actually win this. Boosting and praying, mostly. I don't have what it takes. My units are gone. I know, bloody shocker that is. Boost, boost. Is it enough? No. They're not even close. Not even close. Alrighty, now with the nuclear production complex successfully defended. No. Oh, we'll get ready for the naval fortress. Also, I guess we'll look at this sector. What happened? Oh, right. This is probably a little bit much, isn't it? I wouldn't fly that way. I personally wouldn't crash into something that looks like this, but I mean, to each their own. And they have range and just tank them. Oh. Well, we lost one, but it's already back, so I'd say it was a success. And we're out of power. Well, we're out of oil, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Not really going to need to run that booster anymore, so I think this is a general purpose dumping line. Preferably after I make modifications. Whatever. Why is there sand? Huh? Whoa. Alright, you know what? It's fine. I'll deal with it later. So yeah, we've successfully captured and secured, at least on, official record, the nuclear production complex. Now don't ask me about the literal records. I would say I'll unlist this video, but that's gonna show in the playlist, so yeah, just sort of pretend that never happened. That was that was a load of shit. Which now I'm kinda curious, as I continue to now ignore what I said I would do. Look, it just so happened to be a little bit harder than I was even remotely imagining, and that was not even counting for like the 15 foreshadows. Because believe it or not, I checked the other extreme sector, and that thing had like 15 foreshadows. No, not doing that. Anyways, on this island, we're surrounded by deep water. Is this the kind you can't build in? Yes. Looks like some sort of boat will be necessary for this sector, or I'm just gonna make tier 5 aircrafts and no one can stop me. I mean, it even gave us free power as a complimentary gift. Okay. Cool. If they don't want to play fair, then I'll acknowledge the fact that what they're guarding is kind of stupid. I mean, now that I think about it, right? Still not thinking about it. I've actually realized something. We probably just captured a sector right next to their, like, 15 overpowered bases, and they're probably just like, why did this guy make a dingy little outpost here? There's nothing actually in that sector worth capturing, especially considering his industrial hub, so, who cares? You can just imagine them importing the top pixel like, well, this is a lot of shit that we're dealing with, but okay. Brilliant, really just brilliant.